Alright, hope everybody's having a good one. Welcome to Alchemy League Season Forecasting with Cookie Pirate. Tonight we've got two sets, both from Round 8, Sprint 2. The first one is going to be OLADUSHEK versus e1sTea, and the second one is going to be wisenatic versus shiXo. These are the top two slotted sets in Round 8, meaning these are the highest level, the highest ELO matchups. Tech Chariot, well, welcome, me want cupcake. Yeah, I'm not the cupcake pirate. Oh man, it's a different dessert every night now. They are. They sure are good indeed. Alright, let me get some music pulled up here. And just a second, yeah, I had it set up and then my settings kind of got a little bit wonky here. Yeah, enjoy the scenery. Beautiful pictures. And this still doesn't want to come up for some reason. Okay. Oh, here we go. No, I guess it did. Alright, let's... Okay, it is playing now. Maybe it was before, but it just wasn't registering for some reason on there. Anyway. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first set that we're going to have tonight. Is OLADUSHEK and e1sTea. So, round 8, let's take a look at the maps that they are going to be on. Well, we know that the Yukon Gold Rush is the map of the round. Oh, weird, the pictures aren't showing up. But not really sure what's up with that there. But okay, so then we see the discards, and that leaves Chandeleur Lake as the map for Game 2. With those in mind, Yukon Gold Rush and Chandeleur Lake, let's take a look at what we have for the Civ picks. Or Civ drafts. Or really, they're not really drafts, they're just you ban 3 and then it's free pick, no repeats. So e1sTea bans the Khmer, the Persians, and the Mongols. OLADUSHEK bans the Georgians, the Japanese, it's starting to hiccup, and the Malay. Excuse me. Alright, so with those in mind, let's go ahead and get the first game pulled up. And some very quick setup here. There are some things that you have to do once you load the replay up to be able to configure. And yes, okay. Looks like we're good now. Let me switch the screen over. And there we are. Alright, this is Yukon Gold Rush by Jasuni. Beautiful map. We have OLADUSHEK in yellow playing as the Dravidians. We have e1sTea in blue playing as the Armenians. Okay, the Yukon River runs right through, basically cutting the map in half. And the river can take different configurations. But think of it as almost dividing it in half the long way, although it leaves this corner up here for OLADUSHEK and it leaves this corner over here for e1sTea. On this map, you start with a mining camp. Where? Hold on. Oh, something seems a little out of place there. I don't know. But yeah, I was gonna say you start with a mining camp. And yeah, there's OLADUSHEKs. I'm not seeing one. Is it possible that the players just deleted them and rebuilt? Is it behind something? I'm not seeing one for e1sTea. It's very possible that he could have deleted it. Oh, you know what? No, he would have started with it. I would think. Because it's scripted in for players to start with. However, the Armenians don't build mining camps because they have the mule carts. But with that said, they should still start with one, so it's entirely possible that he just deleted it. And look at this, OLADUSHEK actually built a dock on e1sTea's side of the river. No, Tech, they don't get mining camps or, like to build, but if it's scripted in that each player starts with one, they should still start with one. Anyway, almost all of the gold is within the river. The players do get a couple small clumps. Now, did he start with an extra mule cart instead of a mining camp? That's... I don't know. Because here's one. But I don't see... Because there's this horse, but I don't see one moving around. A second mule cart moving around on the map, so I don't know. I can always check. I can also just pull the replay back up after the match has ended, and we'll just take a look, because I'm kind of baffled by that. But and yeah, anyway, without dwelling too long upon it, e1sTea has aged, or is clicked up, I should say, up to feudal. And there's another dock for OLADUSHEK. And there's his horse. Now, you get horse scouts, you don't get eagle scouts, because your 3 villagers that start along the river, don't have a safe place to garrison. So, within 15 tiles, so scouts can't have any combat abilities, so you replace them with just a traditional horse. That's what this spec is for. I don't think it would identify the Armenians and Georgians, but we'll take a look. I will pull the replay back up and start it from the very beginning after the match is done. Because I'm curious now at the same time. OLADUSHEK is clicked up, but he's gonna be about a minute 58 seconds. It's just under a minute behind e1sTea. Yep. So we have him going up. Now, Armenians and Dravidians. It's kind of an interesting matchup, and for me it's tough to analyze which I would prefer. Interesting, though. Okay, and we see e1sTea actually building some buildings. Building buildings for... setting them up pretty far forward. Now, the thing about this map is look at how just intuitive and... Oh my gosh. This is going to be a long night if I keep talking like this. Look how intuitive it is to wall off. Because you have a lot of small clumps of trees that are very conveniently spaced just to have a building or two or three separate them, and maybe you may need a couple stretches of palisade walls. But it is easy to wall this map, and I think players... I think it's a relief for players, because most of the time they are playing on maps, especially the previous round, round 7, which was, Denali was the map of the round for that. Extremely open, extremely aggressive, very difficult if not impossible to wall. And then all of a sudden they're on here where you have kind of a natural barrier, although you can walk across. Take a look at this here. We have e1sTea with a archer on OLADUSHEK's gold pile and attacking the miners. Here comes another archer. And we have combat over here. It's OLADUSHEK with an archer of his own and man-at-arms. No, I'm sorry. It's e1sTea's archer. I have the player colors mixed up. And OLADUSHEK has man-at-arms coming over here. And he's got an archer to fight the man-at-arms. And... oh, he's luring them right into the... not good. He got to be careful of that, because he lost his men-at-arms there. And we have OLADUSHEK. Ooh, he's setting up a watchtower on this hill. Take a look at this. Positioned right here by all of these buildings that e1sTea created. Now back here, OLADUSHEK, the archer goes down. Okay, so neither player has lost any villagers. And it's killed to death as 2-2. So e1sTea lost his 2 archers and killed the 2 men-at-arms. And now we've got the villagers joining in the men-at-arms. And the watchtower just kind of starting some fire. OLADUSHEK loves towers, says Tech. I actually do too. I like watching tower gameplay. As the cast last night with Kuras, Toby, Buffos, and Felix on Chandelier Lake with all of the guard towers and keeps along the lake. That was... that was super. I really enjoyed that. But yeah, so, yeah, OLADUSHEK's still kind of working at these buildings. He's got a bit of a tower rush, and he's getting fletching, which is going to increase the attack of his towers, and I believe the tower range as well. And he's relatively, oh yeah, that's just e1sTea's horse scout right over here, kind of sitting watching. And now we've got villagers. Uh-oh. One goes down. That's the first eco kill of the game. That was, e1sTea sent his villagers over to attack the villagers, or to attack the tower, and then OLADUSHEK's villagers were repairing them, and then the skirmishers and a man-at-arms killed a villager. There goes another villager. That's the second one. There's about to be a third that's gonna go down. Yep. And... see, surround that villager and kill him. You can't leave the base of the tower, or then you become under the line of fire there, but that's costly. That's 4 villagers lost for e1sTea. Right here around the tower. And OLADUSHEK sending some skirmishers, and he's got an archer back here. And it looks like he's going to try to push forward a bit. Now, except the skirmishers are just throwing their spears at the stable. That's really not going to do much. Okay, so there's the mule cart. Well, here is a second one. Now, the question is, did he construct that, or did he have something there? But yeah, you've got docks, fishing ships, and what is that? A galley. Okay. So, OLADUSHEK really having basically complete control of the water. Now granted, it's just the stretch of the river up and down, but can kind of control the crossing. Basically, expand far enough to prevent e1sTea from being able to cross back over. I take a look at this. He has archers, except archers are not going to be able to counter those skirmishers very well. But he does have a scout to help out. Archer goes down, but he's got to watch out for the men-at-arms. Now, scouts will help with the skirmishers, and then that will also help the archers be able to do more, but he's having to pull back. OLADUSHEK fighting hard for map control, and he's getting it. Largely, maybe not completely, but take a look at this here. e1sTea was able to keep a villager, at least one, over here, and is setting up a house and set up an archery range, and now we have archers coming over to OLADUSHEK, and there's his scout. It's e1sTea's, that is, to kind of see what's going on. And, yep, he's going to try to get at least some damage on OLADUSHEK, return the favor. And it looks like he's going back to the wood line. He's going back to the berries, but he's got it. Yeah, he's going for the villagers picking the berries, but he's got to watch out because that's a lot of skirmishers, and those will counter the archers pretty effectively. And the skirmishers and archers are upgraded with fletching. Now, it's true he does have padded archer armor. Here comes some scouts. And the scouts must have managed to be able to cross the river wide. Bit of action going on up here, but take a look. And, yeah, skirmishers right here, still kind of from this area over by the tower. And villager goes down, that's the 5th now. e1sTea did get a villager kill on OLADUSHEK. Where? I'm looking. I didn't see where. Oh, yeah, right there. There's some more. And now he's up to 3. The skirmishers are just throwing spears at the horse scout. Dang. And what's going on up here? Well, OLADUSHEK has clicked up to castle. He's getting bodkin arrow, bow saw, and e1sTea is not even close to clicking up, so he's really set back here. He has most of the gold, but not quite. But he also only has less than just under half the food that he needs to go up. So he's substantially behind in going up to castle. And OLADUSHEK has map control, not completely, but I will call it, he has map superiority. He has the advantage. And he is also ahead. We also see him going up to Elite Skirmisher here. And, yeah, e1sTea still not even close to clicking up. He's... Now... Oh, wow, he's laming the deer. Okay. He's got that ball of archers right there. That's a group of 8 archers. That's not something to be messed with, although the Elite Skirmishers will counter that pretty hard. But if he can get to the back and really mess up some of OLADUSHEK's eco, he might be able to get off the back foot. Certainly not by doing that. It's just standing here, and that one Elite Skirmisher is just killing these archers with the spearmen. Or with the... not spearmen, spears. Ha! And there's a wolf. Don't tell me. Don't let the wolf kill that archer. Oh my gosh. I would much rather see OLADUSHEK kill that archer with a skirmisher. Wow. Wow. That might be the first time I've seen a wolf kill an archer in this game. And I say this game, not this replay. I'm saying ever in AoE. I don't think I've ever seen a wolf kill an archer. And yeah, well, right there, e1sTea calls the GG. OLADUSHEK had the skirmishers all the way in the back here and started killing more villagers right back here along the wood. So OLADUSHEK takes the first game. Let's take a look at the stats real quick here. Res collected, and idle TC times, holy cow, they're a second apart. But this is a substantial difference. OLADUSHEK had just under 2% of idle eco time, and 4.5%, so almost, what is that, math-wise? Double and a half? Not quite, a little more than double. The idle eco time that OLADUSHEK had. We take a look at their most created units, and this is also telling. OLADUSHEK's most created unit were elite skirmishers. It's 16 of them. 27 archers for e1sTea. And you saw how some of them were just getting killed. Archers are expensive in the feudal age. And he didn't have a really great eco setup. And OLADUSHEK setting that tower up and getting some buildings to be able to trickle units over closer to home base faster really kind of set him back even more. And just, he lost a lot of archers. That was expensive. And he was never able to... He ultimately did end up clicking up, but never reached the castle age. By the time he called the GG. Military score, yeah, over triple for OLADUSHEK. Their eco score was closer, but yeah, again, still, OLADUSHEK had a considerable advantage there. Technology score, not quite double. And then the overall score is a substantial... That is a very large score lead for a game that only lasted 20 minutes. Or 20... It was 24 minutes or something like that. Yeah, 20... Excuse me, hiccup. 24-10. Aw, shoot. Clicked the wrong tab there. Alright, kill to death. 30 to 11, and then 11 to 32. Now, two of those... Well, one of them went down to the wolf, and no, I'm clicking around, I'm sorry for it. Their eco kills and deaths were there, so e1sTea lost some other non-eco unit to wildlife, I would believe. So it could have been something got killed by a wolf or a bear, another low health unit, perhaps. 3 buildings raised for OLADUSHEK, none destroyed. Army high, 25 to 20. Eco score, yeah, and you can see this right here, even back early. Now, did he get set back or screw up in the Dark Age? Because he flatlined. Basically flatlined around the 6-minute mark. And they were neck and neck there, but OLADUSHEK came ahead and just was able to pull ahead. Just gradually, but pretty steadily throughout the course of the game. So he probably just had a better established eco. 1,000 wood difference, pretty substantial difference in food. Their gold count was pretty close, and neither player ever took stone. A little bit of market abuse from e1sTea. Yep. And yeah, there's your feudal times. OLADUSHEK, like we said, hit castle. And e1sTea had only clicked up just about a minute or so before. And then there's your exploration, 75 to 69%. And your technology counts, yeah, 13 compared to 4 for e1sTea. So he was really set back with the eco. All in on the archers, and OLADUSHEK countered them too well with the skirmishers, and that tower really, I think, helped him there. Society score, your villager max. Take a look at this, e1sTea had more villagers. So I really wonder kind of what was going on. But you take a look at the fishing ship, which I think, and I think this is another factor. OLADUSHEK took control of the river and was able to fish. That means his villagers were able to do other things, like collect gold and more wood. e1sTea didn't really have the ability to take fish. Alright. Now, I want to restart that, and we're going to take a look at this. Okay, yep, Tech, you were right. So, it is a mule cart. It is a mule cart, and what he did is just pull it back off of the river, because there is OLADUSHEK's dock. Now, that's a little interesting. I'm a little surprised, and I've probably seen it before and just completely forgotten it. But I would have thought because players are scripted to start with a dock, or not a dock, with a mining camp, that they would actually get that. Even though the Armenians can't build them. Like, for example, how we have the Eagle Scouts. Maybe it's different because it's a class of building as opposed to a, like, unit. But the non-Mesoamerican civs all get to start with an Eagle Scout because they're scripted to have one. With that said, they can't build them. So maybe it's treated differently in this circumstance because it is a, because it's a building class. Well, the poles, yeah, the poles get a fall work, but that's kind of an upgrade. And that makes more sense to me. I guess in a way this is an upgrade, but it's kind of a different type of unit, so I thought it might be different in that regard, but maybe not. But anyway, that clarifies. So, with that, let's go on to Game 2. Speaking of Poles, Poles are a fun civ. I wish we would see the Poles and the Bohemians. I started to say the Czechs, but the Bohemians are Czechs, basically. And I say that as having Czech ancestry myself, mostly Bohemian as well. Although there is... Not all Czechs are Bohemians, because you have the Silesians and the Moravians. But I really did enjoy that expansion with the Bohemians and the Poles. Whoops, I forgot to turn that off. There we go. Alright, switch over to Capture Age. Here we are, second map, Chandelier Lake, and we are on the winter version. Seen the winter version a lot. Let's take a look here. So, we have e1sTea. Ooh, I like this. He's playing as the Koreans. And OLADUSHEK in yellow playing as the Goths. Now, winter version Chandelier Lake made by Zetnus. Fantastic map. Winter version, obviously the lake is frozen over, the ground is covered in snow. There are cracks in the ice, and there's a ton of shorefish in the cracks in the ice. And there's a rule change to where players are allowed to build mills on the ice. They can build no other buildings, including docks. The ice is not navigable, so ships are not an option. And there are bears that usually, actually, they're not starting on the ice this time. Most of the time, the bears start on the ice on the winter version. But here, they're starting kind of at the very edge, the crest of the lake. And then a little bit further inland, closer to home base. And we see the same here and here on that side. And that is also how they start in the summer version. 50% chance of the summer version, but it just seems like we've seen the winter version much more this tournament. Now we did see the summer version last night. But winter, this map plays out pretty aggressively. It's open, you can't wall off beyond the edge of the ground. And you can walk across the ice, so it is aggressive. What do we have going on? It's him hunting deer. So yeah, OLADUSHEK is the Goths. Koreans. Ooh. Interesting. I mean, you have the Huskarls and infantry, and Koreans. Well, Koreans lose out big time on the winter version of this map not having their turtle ships. However, the war wagons are a good unit. So I don't know which I like better, honestly. Huscarls or war wagons? And then if we're talking in the feudal age, it would be... just infantry. And... I'm not really 100% sure what the Koreans would go for in the feudal age. I know they're kind of a better civ mid-late game. Castle Imperial. But you know, remains to be seen. I'm not going to speculate too much on it. Here we have OLADUSHEK taking his first bear. And here we have e1sTea going out onto the ice, building a mill. And in the winter version, the relics are all on the ice. Now, I believe that's a chance. It's possible that they can spawn on the outer edge. Now, in the summer version, they all spawn along this outer edge. Winter version, we haven't really seen players utilize the outer... If we call this the inner edge of the lake, or the inner shore, this is the outer edge. If you think of it as a crescent moon shape, it's kind of a boomerang or an L shape. And we don't really see that outer edge being utilized. e1sTea's going up already. Wow. He's going to have a 9-minute, he's going to have a 9-minute feudal time. That's pretty good. Going up on 20 pop. No, I'm sorry, he's going up on 19. Only 18 villagers. And then the Eagle Scout that you get. But yeah, we don't really see players utilizing this outer coast on the winter version of the map, but we do see it some on the summer version. And I would like to see players utilize that more, but with the ice being walkable and with everything that you can just go and walk to, there's not really much of a need or a reason to build outward on the winter version. So I guess I can see why that would be the case. And I like this setup. Look at this. Good mining camp. This is good grouping right here. Mining camp for gold and stone. Decent wood line. And it looks like e1sTea might actually be starting to wall this off. Yeah, house, another house, barracks. Sealing off. And we don't really see a lot of walling in the winter. And I think it's just because it's easy for units to just bypass it by walking on the ice right around, as opposed to the summer where they would have to sail or walk around the outer edge. Uh-oh. Yikes, we have militiamen, and, and the Eagle Scout that actually killed a villager and forced e1sTea off of the ice. And, man. Now, I was about to say, just take a look, because he had built this barracks in these two houses, and that's exactly what he did. He built that and sent his militiamen forward to murder an innocent villager, an innocent fisherman, and start vandalizing that mill. And I was going to say, when e1sTea looked like he was off to a good start, getting up to feudal early. OLADUSHEK still has a minute to go before aging up. And we have him taking fish out here, set up a mill of his own. Ooh. What is this? Watchtower from e1sTea. That's sneaky. Right here on this mining camp. And that blocks access to the stone and the gold. And there's an archer. And take a look, here's an archer and his eagle to be able to try to return the favor. No, it didn't do much damage. Going forward, taking a look. And OLADUSHEK actually, I like this. This is Palisade Gate right here to kind of secure his wood line. And yeah, they're bent on destroying that mill. But take a look. Watchtower goes up. Palisade walls to secure it. Eagle takes a pop shot at that archer. But I like this. He's returning the favor from the first game. And he's coming over, and the archers are actually... they're firing the arrows at this lumber camp. And OLADUSHEK with the defensive watchtower to help protect his wood line. And he's gonna have to pull back. And archer goes down. He's got to pull these two back. Nope. Oh my gosh. And that is the second time this set that we have seen e1sTea. It just kind of... I mean, the problem with that is he's just not managing those archers well. And archers are expensive units. You can't really afford to throw them away to watchtower arrow fire. So I am going to be a little bit critical of e1sTea. I give him a pass. He was on the back foot that first game. This time, moving forward into OLADUSHEK's kind of home area and setting up, and then losing his archers to a defensive watchtower that he knew was going up. Yeah, it's just, I have to be a little bit critical of that. Anyway, we did see him attempt to put up a second watchtower. He cancelled it out. And, take a look at this. OLADUSHEK has skirmishers coming over. And he's got villagers trying to destroy these palisade walls and the watchtower. And e1sTea had villagers attacking the villager. And there he goes again. And the skirmishers countering to try to attack e1sTea's villagers that are attacking OLADUSHEK's villagers that are attacking e1sTea's watchtower. Everything kind of goes in a circle. Back and forth. Haha. And is he trying to wall the... He's trying to wall in the, Oh no, what are these? And 2-1, he's gonna lose that. I was gonna say, is he trying to wall the walls? Skirmisher does go down there. Due to the watchtower. Now, if e1sTea can go up to castle, the Koreans automatically get upgrades to guard towers for free upon hitting castle, and then up to keeps on Imperial. Villager goes down there, and this is a calamity right here. Villagers walled in, trying to repair the tower, but the villager can just drop. And the reason for that is because the skirmishers can just fire their spears. And this tower is going to go down. There's 2 villagers attacking it. The villager can't repair it. Yeah, watchtower goes down. And look at all these upgrades OLADUSHEK is getting. He's got forging, he's got scale barding armor, no scale mail armor yet. He does have fletching and padded archer armor. Up to double bit axe. What else? He's got naval upgrades. Wait. Galleon, fast fire ship, and heavy demo ship. They must... No, do they automatically get that? Because I was going to say, he can't build a dock, so yeah, maybe the Goths automatically just get those. So, yeah, take a look. We have scouts and skirmishers over here. OLADUSHEK returning the favor by raiding. Oh my gosh, yeah, just look at these all going down. There's another archer just lost to the skirmishers. Look at these scouts. Gonna sneak around the back. Is he gonna lame the bears? No, he's going out on the ice. But there's really nothing out here on the ice to to get, so I don't know. Hear the bear huffing. Couple things here. Yeah, oh yeah, skirmishers just attacking the market. Now they're attacking the farmers. And the scouts moving forward here. e1sTea trying to wall off, and it looks like he did. And watchtower going up. Yep, watchtower up to protect the wood line. He also has a watchtower to protect that golden stone. And the scouts and the skirmishers are over here just determined to destroy the market. e1sTea has clicked up. OLADUSHEK has clicked up. And they're like within 1 or 2 seconds of each other. So this will be interesting. Now I'm looking to see OLADUSHEK's established, kind of secured. I mean, there's these 3 palisade walls are the only things remaining up here. Yeah, they will be guard towers. Yep. Because of the Korean bonus, they get the free upgrade to guard towers. I think that's a very underrated bonus. I mean, I am a big fan of guard towers and keeps, upgrading them. I think towers are underrated. And now, they're circumstantial. But I do think they are underrated, and I do enjoy seeing them. And I miss the good old days of tower rushes. Now, of course, the tower rushes kind of got nerfed, because they were a little too strong. But now I think they made them too weak. They're not as viable of options. And it's a little bit regrettable, in my opinion. And alright, there we go. And these players, yeah, so OLADUSHEK hit castle 1 second ahead of e1sTea. Now these are guard towers. These are going to be a little more dangerous. But e1sTea needs to get fletching and then go up to Bodkin Arrow to give a little bit extra range to these towers and extra attack. Now he's got stone walls right here, but he's kind of trapped these scouts in. And here's a castle. That's a fairly... Oh, villager just got speared. This is a fairly aggressive, and we have heavy cav too. Is this castle... Oh, he's trying to wall it in. This castle isn't going to go up. OLADUSHEK, I think, is going to be able to clean these villagers up. No, it's gonna go... No, he's gonna get in back here. Yeah, he's gonna get in back here, maybe. No, calls the GG, can't get the castle up. Oh, and I didn't even see that. Yeah, OLADUSHEK got a castle right on the edge of these buildings right here. I didn't even see that go up. I don't know how I missed it. But I bet you that's why I called the GG. So OLADUSHEK actually sweeps the set. 2-0. Well done to him. Congrats. Credit to e1sTea for playing, and this is interesting. OLADUSHEK is actually the lower seeded player. So, OLADUSHEK, lower seed, goes in and sweeps the set. That is impressive. And yeah, you could see just stuff kind of getting cleared out back over here. And if you take a look overall, the kill to death 32-10, and the eco kill 21-3. And that's telling right there. Look at the res collection too. Idle TC time was about 20 seconds apart, and their idle eco percentages were within 1 of each other. So just under 4.5 compared to 3.5. So yeah. Now if you take a look, the most created units: 10 archers, 9 skirmishers. And again, e1sTea went archers and just failed to capitalize on them, in my opinion. We saw those 3 go down up here to the watchtower that OLADUSHEK had set up to protect the wood line. I didn't see what happened. All the other ones, I know at least one back here got killed by skirmishers. But let's not be too harsh because OLADUSHEK is extremely aggressive in his gameplay. So, there may not have been a whole lot that he could have done, and he also did get taken off of water. So, or off of the ice, I should say. There's no water technically on the map. But yeah, so kind of tough circumstances, but e1sTea definitely could, I think, could have done a little better with the archers. Let's go into the statistics here, and your military score, holy lord, quadruple basically. Your eco, yep, almost double, technology almost double, and OLADUSHEK gets the one castle up. And the overall score was double. Oof. Wow. Now, we talked about kill to death. Race to destruction. Again, OLADUSHEK destroyed 3 buildings and lost none. Army high 19 to 5. Yeah, that's part of it, too. OLADUSHEK created a decent-sized army. Did lose some of the units there, but a pretty good size. And then only 10 total, and the most he ever had on the board at one time was 5. And they were all archers. Now, eco scores, we talked about it a little bit. Substantially more wood, double the food, probably because of fishing. OLADUSHEK taking e1sTea off of the ice there. Sure, definitely did not help matters at all with that there. Now this is remarkable. e1sTea actually collected over double the gold and about just under double the stone. And a little bit of market abuse. And again, you take a look at the eco and the res collection here. Up until kind of late Dark Age, right to early feudal, and e1sTea just didn't increase at the rate that OLADUSHEK did. And then there's your times, and this is a little baffling. I really would have liked to see e1sTea capitalize better on this. He had an excellent feudal time. 9 minutes is that's a good feudal time. And he had a 3-minute, just about a 3-minute advantage over OLADUSHEK and wasn't able to capitalize on it. Here's that 1 second difference. That was impressive. And then exploration of the map, 40% compared to 66% for OLADUSHEK. Technology, 6 to 16, so about triple. Percentage-wise, I mean, they have access to a different number of technologies. So, society villager highs, 39 to 34, and the 1 castle. So, yeah. I think there were a little bit of missed opportunities for e1sTea, but OLADUSHEK also just played really aggressively and it paid off. So he did a good job on that. Let me go ahead and we will get the second set pulled up. I'm going to take a quick break. Thirsty. Drink some water and refill it, and we'll get the second set rolling here in just a minute. Okay, we're back. So, our second set tonight is also round 8. It's wisenatic versus shiXo. And these two players are also very high. I believe the two of them may be the top 2. I know wisenatic is the highest seeded player. Or has the highest elo in the entire league. Or I should say this season of the league at least. And shiXo is high up too. This is the first listed game for round 8, meaning that it is the highest seeded one. wisenatic being the top, of course, shiXo is going to be the lower seed of the set. But let's go ahead and take a look at the map draft for these two players. And we have Yukon Gold Rush, of course, as map of the round, and their discards, and we get Chandelure Lake again for game 2. With that, let's take a look at their Civ drafts or Civ bans. wisenatic bans the Malians, the Vikings, and the Armenians. Okay. And then shiXo bans the Persians, the Georgians, and the Japanese. I'm a little surprised to see a Japanese ban here. Although, well, no, you know what? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Because of Chandelure Lake. I was gonna say, it'd be a little odd to see him ban it just for Yukon Gold Rush, but then, yeah, when you realize that you're playing on Chandelure after that, then, yeah. Not surprised Georgians and Armenians banned. Vikings is a little bit of an interesting one, but that could be probably because of naval. I don't fully understand the Malians ban. Tech, you're welcome. I appreciate that, yeah. Glad to do it. Seemed like we had some good games to go through tonight, so figured it would give me an opportunity to do that and enjoy. So, yeah. Those are the Civ bans. Without further ado, let's go ahead on to the cast. Game 1 is going to be on Yukon Gold Rush, again by Chisuni. And we have shiXo in teal. He is playing, oh boy, as the Malay. And we have wisenatic playing as the Mongols in blue. Oh, wisenatic may know of shiXo as a lover of Malians. Maybe it is his favorite Civ. Possibly? I would not know. Oh, take a look at this. This is a weird configuration of the river. Because instead of just kind of coming back through, it ends up kind of curving up this way. So it cuts back deep, and then it goes kind of almost like a shepherd's hook in a way. And then it just turns right there to the end. And look at how far. I really like this. Take a look at how far apart these players are. Look at the mining camp right here. And we don't see this often, but wisenatic is actually mining gold right from the get-go. Most players, now not all, but most players pull their villagers back and set up like a lumber camp or something, but wisenatic actually choosing to mine the gold. I don't speak German. I believe these both are German players. So I don't know what they're saying unless I want to pause it and translate it. No, you know what? The message cleared. Never mind. Okay. And yeah, actually take a look at this here. shiXo did not mine the gold. He has taken his villagers and set up a mill. He set up a mill and is actually casting nets. So villagers shore fishing. Now, why a mill instead of a dock? I'm a little baffled by that choice. Maybe because the mill is cheaper? Maybe because there are deer. Except shiXo's pushing the deer. So... I don't really understand the decision to build a mill instead of a dock there. Especially because of this. Melee, the docks can upgrade to harbors. Basically a dock that shoots arrows and is a little bit stronger, I think. And yeah, actually, wisenatic has done the same thing. He's built a mill. And has set up to start collecting fish. Although he did start taking the gold early. So he did do that for a little while. And we've seen players kind of switch back and forth there. Tech says, not really sure what shiXo's plan is. I'm not either. Now, rivers... rivers. Why did I say rivers? Mongols. I'm looking at the river, thinking of it. Mongols, it's gonna be pretty logical. Probably Cav Archers, Mangadai. So, that would be my guess, although I'm curious to see what shiXo is gonna do. And take a look here. Now, the Melee have a faster A jump, so once they click up, it takes them less time to reach the next one. But he's also clicked up quite early, and shiXo going up on 19 pop, and oh, this is remarkable. shiXo has no idle TC time at all, perfectly clean town center management, and wisenatic only 2 seconds. So, of course, you kind of expect that. But, yeah, look at that. I don't remember the last time I've seen a player hit Feudal in just over 7 minutes. Oh, Jasuni, welcome. Yeah. You looked at the maps again? Yes. I did. These are really... I will say, I'm not shy to admit it. These are probably 2 of my favorite maps to cast. This tournament. Without a doubt. And there are a couple others that I really do like as well, but I just haven't really seen them played. Oh. Oh, wow. Take a look here. wisenatic has got this bear lure perfect. Holy cow, he could not have done that better. He exploited the defensive stance distance, so the bear actually never went up and attacked that villager. That's a long way to haul the food. I'm sure after they finish harvesting that deer, they're going to go up and help with the bear, but that is a really long walk. Now, it's possible he could have just explored and the bear could have been drawn and attacked, so he had no choice but to kill it there. But he also could have gone out of the way to hunt. And that is a long distance to carry it back. And, oh, spearman and an archer to try to kill him. He's got 1 HP left. wisenatic's horse has 1 HP. And it looks like shiXo's gonna let him live. Looking to see here, wisenatic goes up. I'm looking to see here what shiXo's building. Blacksmith. That's an archery range. He's got a market and a barracks. It's a little bit of variety. And over here, what do we have? shiXo with a spearman and an archer on wisenatic's gold. And he's trying to set up a blacksmith right there. Spearmen coming over to pick at some villagers. The villagers are just trying to get out of there, but a couple are fighting back. And the first villager goes down. That's the first kill of the game. And it goes to shiXo. wisenatic attempting a fast castle. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's got the food. And he's got the gold to click up. And I think his town center is just busy making something. Does he have it queued up? No. What? Okay. Oh, it was another villager. Yeah, okay. So now it's going up. shiXo's horse, and there was an archer. Yeah. Oh, yeah, here they are, right there. 2 archers and the 2 spearmen just attacking the wood. The lumber camp. And a palisade wall and some other building that he had to cancel out, and archers and spearmen are just pulling back, it looks like. A little bit of market abuse from shiXo, we see it right there. And what is he doing? Hunting deer. And there's his mill. No harbors. Or docks, I should say. You don't get harbor, I don't think, until castle. Another archer coming across the river. Yeah, I'm a little surprised. Excuse me. Fishermen under attack. Oh, right there. And, yeah, trying to wall in. Yeah, look at that right there. wisenatic getting away, but take a look up here. Archers and the spearmen are back. Another villager goes down. And that's 2 killed. Now, wisenatic lost something to an animal. And, yeah, the spearmen go down. Yeah. Alright, wisenatic is castle, and now shiXo is as well. And already setting up a 3rd TC over here. Kind of on the half-harvested berries. I don't know how much I like that location. I don't know. This is a good location right here. Horse collar. He already has bow saw. This particular seed, I think it was hard to get damage on. Props to shiXo for making it happen. I mean, yeah, maybe a bit. If you take a look at the configuration of the trees, this is really intuitive to wall, and I really like the setup for wisenatic. I mean, you can easily just block off a bunch of this here, and you'd have a bit of a stretch up this way, or you could even extend up to here. And this is super wallable. Like, got a lot of area to work with, and especially because he's got so much room in front of the river. And it's tight back here. You could almost say, I mean, in terms of, like, if you actually counted out the tiles and the land percentage, it's probably even. But from a practical perspective, it almost looks like shiXo has a little bit of a disadvantage of the amount of land. Just e1sTea, I'm thinking from the previous game. wisenatic has all of this land, and shiXo's kind of stuck back with this. If you cut kind of this off over here, and just don't count this strip of land up there. And that little bit up there. So it is interesting. What's going on over here? Ooh, wisenatic is a scorpion. And shiXo is crossbowmen. That building isn't going up, so the crossbowmen are in. And yeah, poor villager's gonna not survive that. Another one goes down. That's 5 villagers killed. 6 lost for wisenatic, but that's because 1 went down to an animal somewhere. But there's the scorpion. And he actually does have to pull them back. Oh, and the scorpion does get a kill. Oh. Yep, town center arrow fire there. Now that's 7 kills. Eco kills. wisenatic has none. Hasn't been over here to be able to kill any. And back here, there's more action. Crossbowmen, more war crimes committed. Need some water here. Oh. Scorpion did take care of those. But that's costly. That's 10 villagers that shiXo has killed. Another town center. So this is a 4 TC setup. Yep. And shiXo has 3. And we've got more military units. Oh, it's... yeah, there's the horse. wisenatic does still have the villager lead, 64 to 59. That's a good point in tech. shiXo 3 TC, 1, 2, 3. And neither player seems to really care about water. Interesting. There's another villager killed. More crossbowmen.
Yep.
Oh, now he did. Okay, yeah, the spearman goes down. And Scorpion looks like he's coming over. He was faster to Castle Age Boom. Yes, he was. But he's under a lot of pressure and is going to have to come up with an answer for it. Now, he also does still have the score lead. He's actually up about 150 points over shiXo. And wisenatic also does have more kills. It's just they've all been military units. That scorpion killed the wolf and these 2 crossbowmen at the same time. Now this last crossbowman here to try to snipe the scorpion, and the scorpion's minimum range. His shiXo's just marked. He got it. Barely. The scorpion has 5 HP left. Okay, well that was a little entertaining right there. shiXo with a mangonel bringing a second one up, and he's actually going for that town center that just went up. wisenatic has the villager lead. shiXo's collected more resources and just got wheelbarrows, says Jasuni, yes. wisenatic getting fletching, but I mean, shiXo already has bodkin arrow, chainmail, or no, that's not gonna help his archers. Padded archer armor, he doesn't even have that yet, so never mind there. 2 mangonels and that group of crossbowmen here firing at this town center that just went up. And there's nothing in range for it to fire to. Or fire at. Now we have some mangadais. Yes, we do. Mangadais to the rescue? Maybe, I don't know, but shiXo's going up to Imperial. And he's going to have that quick up time. wisenatic doesn't have the gold to go up. He has the food, doesn't have the gold. Oh, yeah. Pop shot. Really nice from wisenatic, taking out one of shiXo's mangonels right there. Outpost. An attempt to flatten the mangonel. Nope. shiXo pulling it back. And shiXo also going to help himself to this stone. Probably for an aggressive castle drop. Meanwhile, shiXo setting up a 4th TC. Right on the gold and the wood. I like that location. And there's the deer. All the action seems... Well, there's just the horse taking a look out over there. Siege workshop, castle. And shiXo has one of the relics. And, what else? Yeah. wisenatic actually setting up a defensive castle right here. I like that. Little bit of market abuse from both players. That castle's gonna go up, and some Mangadai to help protect. And almost certainly shiXo's trying to find a place to drop a castle. He's mining stone right there like that. And yeah, he's hit Imperial. And wisenatic's going up, but here's a trebuchet. Is he gonna treb the... He is. He's actually trebbing the town center to try to finish it off. Does he see that castle? He's explored the area. He may not know the castle is there. Town center goes down, so that'd be a pretty rude awakening, though, if he mines the stone and tries to set up somewhere up over here. He may know the castle's there. shiXo going for Arb and Treb Power Spike. Ooh, that sounds like fun. Arbalesters, yep, we see him getting chemistry. He has Bracer. And he also has... he has not grabbed Thumb Ring. He does have... He, of course, has Ballistics, having got chemistry as well. No Thumb Ring yet. But yeah. Alright, now he's trebbing the castle. And here's the castle. This is where it's going up. Looks like just tried to secure some stuff here. Position for him. But look at this over here. wisenatic, he has his blacksmith and a university, and he set up a watchtower to protect and to protect the gold, which he is mining heavily. He's got 44 on gold. Arb make a lot of sense versus Mongols. Cavalry is missing the final armor. And the Arbalesters are very effective against other units. Yeah. Now, take a look at this. I didn't even realize this, but the Malay don't even get access to chain barding armor. They only get scale barding. Interesting. He's got to figure out a way to get rid of these trebs. Desperately trying to keep that castle up, and he's succeeding so far. But against 3 trebs, that's going to be tough. He's got to find something to dive shiXo's trebs here. And it's just the crossbowmen are just positioned to deal with it effectively. And there's the castle right here. So I think he's going to be hard pressed. And he is... He's still trying desperately to keep that castle on. Now, what can wisenatic do over here? He's getting chain barding armor. He has Bracer. It's going to be the Mangadais. And villagers under attack where? Oh, it's over here. Oh, it's a wolf. No big deal. wisenatic actually has battering ram. Nice. Stopped repairing the castle. Is he out of... Yeah, he's out of stone. And desperately trying to get it, but that castle's gonna go down. It does. Right there. And the ram pulling back. Now, he has his castle over here. Could he set another one up maybe somewhere over here? Or maybe back over here, out of the way of that. Nope. wisenatic calls the GG right there. I think... His military had been mostly cleared. Not completely, but mostly. He actually had the villager lead. But yeah. I don't know. I just... Maybe he didn't really have much of a, much of an option to deal with. shiXo. So shiXo gets the first win. Their idle TC time down here, and the idle ego percentage, yeah, 7% compared to 3.5. Yeah, 13 villagers killed for shiXo, and none killed for wisenatic. He, of course, lost the one to an animal somewhere. The overall kill to death was actually pretty equal. Most created units. Cannot talk. 49 crossbowmen. And 20 actually light cav from wisenatic. Almost think he might have needed to go heavy cav there. I don't know. Heavy cav would have dealt with the crossbowmen a little better, I think. But skirmishers would have been a good counter. Maybe some siege. We did see a couple mangonels there at a time. And mangonels may have also helped out more with the crossbowmen. So, taking a look at the stats, the military score there, their eco actually was fairly close, but shiXo edged them out in eco. Technology-wise, had a bit of a lead, and 3 castles compared to 2. Here's the overall score. And military, I mean, shiXo had a substantial military, basically from right when he hit feudal, way up to, and they never really got close until imperial. And I think it was just a little, it was too little too late, in my opinion, for wisenatic. Excuse me, but the kill to death overall, like we talked about, was very close. Now, raised to destruction, on the other hand, 8-0. Army high, 39-23. Eco. These eco scores are close. These are actually very close. Pretty much neck and neck. shiXo a little bit ahead most of the way, but they're paralleling each other pretty much the whole way. Now shiXo collected substantially more wood. But wisenatic got a fair bit more food, a bit more gold, and a bit more stone, so it's close. And a little bit of market abuse from each player. shiXo did get 2 of the relics for a little bit of gold there. And look at that 7-minute, 7:09 feudal time for shiXo. That's really impressive. 11 minutes for wisenatic, fast castle, but he only had about 40 seconds more, 40 seconds of a lead in the castle, and then shiXo hitting imperial at the 30-minute mark, and 34 minutes for wisenatic. Exploration was high for both players, and technology percentages were pretty close, just over 20% to just under 20%. So yeah, that was pretty good. Villager count, talked about that, 129 to 142. Neither player did anything with water. I'm a little surprised. And then 3 castles compared to 2, with the 1 going down right there at the end for wisenatic. So, yep, good game 1. Let's go ahead and get game 2 pulled up. I already feel like I'm starting to lose my ability to talk a bit. So... Alright. We're ready for game 2. Let's go ahead and bring the capture age up. And it is Chandelure Lake again, and this time we get the summer version. Yay! Alright, we have shiXo and Teal again as the Portuguese. Oh, come on. There we go. And wisenatic this time is playing as the Malay. In, blue on this side. So, this is the summer version, and believe it or not, I believe this is the only time that I've cast on this map, and we've seen the summer and the winter version within the same stream. Again, Chandelure Lake made by Zetnus, beautiful map. This, obviously, is the summer version. Key differences from the winter version, other than the obvious that the lake is not frozen over. The way the map plays is going to be a bit different. Because on the winter version, the ice is frozen over units, and units can just walk across the ice and go around. However, on the summer version, to get to your opponent, if you wall off here, and this is actually, this right here is a good configuration. Easy to wall. You go from the map edge, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then right to the water, 5. And that forces your opponent to either dock and send units via transport ships, or go all the way around the outer edge of the lake here. So, summer version plays a little bit less aggressively than the winter version, which I like. Little change of pace. And the bears, again, this configuration is possible in the winter, although most of the time in the winter version they spawn on the ice, but your bears basically start kind of right at the edge of the lake, kind of at the tip, the crest of the lake, and then a little bit further inland. And same thing with these two. Now, we're looking for walls. Summer version... Okay, well yeah, here's a couple. There's one. There's a second. There's a third. And the fourth. Okay. So yeah, you get wolves around the outer edge of the lake. On the summer version that are not present in the winter. Now, Japanese were banned. So, Malay. And I like the Malay on this map. Because they're going to be able to take advantage of the docks. It would kind of be a kick in the teeth to pick Malay for this map, and you get the winter version. And, I mean, well, you'll get the advantage of being able to progress through the ages faster. A faster uptime. Or not uptime, but advance, you know. It takes less time to research the age. But on the summer version, because you can build docks, Malay are able to take advantage of being able to upgrade to harbors. wisenatic has a hunter under attack. Where? There. Okay. Nope. Everybody survived. Well, I mean, except the bear, of course. So, excuse me. The other thing, too, on the summer version, you have a lot of deep water fish. You do have some shore fish around the edge of the lake, of course. But deep water fish is more prevalent and more worth going for. Oh, take a look, we've got some action already. Wow. 2 lumber camps, and the villagers get into it. And there's an eagle up here. Oh, the first villager goes down. shiXo getting a vill kill on wisenatic. And that's because of the eagle. And, oh, ha! They're even. shiXo loses a villager, some more coming over, and reinforcements, and that means shiXo and friends are pulling back. Nope, they stop, and yes, the fight continues, yes. wisenatic is housed, yes. Man, this is like a, wow. There's how many villagers is that right here? I see 9. And there's 12 and the eagle over here, so 9. Yeah, that's a big Vil fight. And they just seem determined to get in each other's way and just hash it out. Now, I have a feeling wisenatic is trying to kill shiXo's eagle. And yeah, it looks like it. They're trying to surround it. Eagle goes down. And the feud continues. Both players have clicked up. A villager is killed. And another of shiXo's... or another of wisenatic's villagers got killed. So actually... and then we just had another one go down. Holy cow. Now... look at that. Now shiXo's going for wisenatic's eagle with the villagers. I mean, this this is sheer chaos. Trying to get wisenatic's eagle, but so far he's actually managed to keep it alive. And both... holy cow. Both players have lost... no, 4 now. Now shiXo's lost 5. They have all lost villagers within that giant, like, brawl. It's like massive medieval Jerry Springer. Jerry. Jasuni makes a good point. Loser will likely have their lumber camp lamed. Well, and that is looking like it's gonna be... yeah. Yeah, wisenatic gets the watchtower up. Now shiXo's building a watchtower too, but he's not gonna have the range. Now, it's true that he could, with an upgrade to fletching and then getting Bodkin Arrow in the castle and an upgrade to guard tower. But yeah, effectively, shiXo loses that lumber camp right there. And setting up a gate and almost lost another villager there. But able to pull them back. shiXo going on water over here. And wisenatic has a little bit of fishing, but he also has a fire galley right here. So shiXo is hurting for wood. Yeah. He's only got 2 woodcutters. Where can he go? Over here, within the safety of his watchtower. He could go over here. He'd just have to be careful not to cut too far through into the range of wisenatic's watchtower. But if these if he gets fletching, or if these go up to guard towers, they can easily close the range in on that. So this is a better choice here. I think he cancelled a fire galley so he could build a new lumber camp. That's a really good observation. And yeah, he's got that delayed right there. Oh wow. Wow. wisenatic building another watchtower right here on shiXo's gold miners that he's walled in. And these are wisenatic's walls. So, to get out, shiXo's gonna have to delete the mining camp. And look at that. wisenatic is actually trying to wall him in, but he gets him out. He does pull them back. Wow. Yeah, so he deletes the mining camp. And wisenatic not able to wall it in fast enough. But he's basically claimed this gold. He's taken shiXo off of this gold. He also took shiXo off of the wood over here and forced the delay to come back over. And oh yes, yes. Fire galley fight. And shiXo losing ships. And yeah, wisenatic really taking command of the map here. Look at how far forward he's built. And he's really asserting naval superiority. shiXo doesn't have a ship on the lake now. Well, actually, he is the one fishing ship. And that's gonna get burned to a crisp coming up to sail. Yeah. It's gonna drop that fish off and get burned. Now, these are probably just automatically targeting or whatever. But if I was wisenatic, I would keep burning the dock down. And then the fishing ship just isn't going to be able to drop more fish off. Until he sets up another. So he's gone for a bear right here. And he's got the mill. He could set up another dock here. But it's going to be tough to get something else on the water with wisenatic establishing naval superiority. And yeah. Now wisenatic has archers. And the Eagle Scout. shiXo helping himself, and actually, ooh, I like this grouping here. This is a really good watchtower. Protecting the gold and 2 piles of stone that might be essential to keeping shiXo in the game, depending on how things play out. And I would say upgrade these. Needs a blacksmith. Needs a blacksmith to upgrade the distance with fletching. And here's an archer. He sees archers. I would like to see skirmishers. Even though he is kind of pressed for wood. And yeah, shiXo's taken off of water. And yeah, at this time, wisenatic has complete naval supremacy. shiXo has no ships, no docks. He has clicked up the castle. But yeah, I would like to see an upgrade. These watchtowers can go up to guard towers. Get fletching, get bodkin arrow when you hit castle. And, oh, he's playing as the Portuguese. Yay, we can maybe see some piano cannons. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, terrible joke. Alright. Yes, he did build a blacksmith. Good. I see it now. And, yeah, that ball of archers over here could be a problem for shiXo. Is he trying to wall them in? Well, he's at least trying to wall them into the range of the watchtowers. And yeah, they are going to start taking some of these out. So wisenatic is losing a couple archers there. He pulls them back. Deletes those buildings, kind of trying to entrap. Now wisenatic is clicked up as well, and let's see what he's doing back at home. Gold, stone, I mean, he's pretty well secure. Did he delete a house? He did. Oh, so his archers could get back in. I mean, yeah, having to go the long way around or back through these 2 watchtowers. Alright, shiXo has hit castle. And yeah, he's going heavy on stone. Just soon he says, I think he's going for a castle and organ guns. Yes. He's mining stone pretty heavily and gold heavily. So yeah, I believe so. Now, we do see him getting fletching. And now the range of his watchtowers has gone up. Get Bodkin Arrow. Expand them even further. Maybe upgrade to guard towers. Maybe it isn't necessary. He's pretty well secured now. And with Bodkin Arrow, may not be needed. Now shiXo has a castle right here. And a watchtower. And maybe we'll see some siege. And yeah, some stuff going down here. Counter castle from wisenatic. And wisenatic only getting fletching now. So technically shiXo's castle outranges wisenatic's. Just barely. They don't overlap enough to where the castles will actually fire at each other, though. Now, that would change if he gets Bodkin Arrow. And I hear... Yes! Yes, we have piano cannons. He does have to watch out for the watchtower fire, though. And yeah, he's got them back in here. Ooh, look at this. wisenatic going for Imperial. Wow. Siege Workshop. Another town center. So, with shiXo off water, and he's not getting back on water. shiXo really trying to push the advantage on land. I think the castles would range each other with Bodkin Arrow. Yes, they would. They would. So whenever one of them gets it, the opponent's castle will be in range. But not vice versa until the other player also gets Bodkin Arrow. And yeah, castle arrow fire kind of taking down some of these walls, and these are stone walls, not palisades. And then, of course, the organ guns helping to clean up some of that as well. But wisenatic has hit Imperial, and shiXo it's a race against the clock here. And gotta watch out, keep those piano cannons out of the arrow fire. Sending them along the back. Jasuni says a Treb would basically win the game for wisenatic. Oh! shiXo called the GG. It seemed... No, you know what? I was gonna say, it did seem a little early. Because nothing really profound happened. Although... it could be with wisenatic hitting, Imperial. And look, shiXo is nowhere close to going up. So, it could be that plus the fact that he was completely taken off of water. That it's just... it's not really sustainable. So wisenatic wins, so the set goes 1-1. So congrats to both players for winning a game and earning points in their... excuse me, toward their standing in the sprint. And yeah, if you take a look here, wisenatic had a little bit cleaner gameplay. I'm losing my voice. This is a good time for it to about end. Yeah, so about 3 minutes of idle TC time compared to 6 for shiXo, and then their eco percentages were relatively close again. 4.7 compared to 5. Most created units, 7 piano cannons for shiXo, and 12 archers for wisenatic there. shiXo doesn't have a way to deal with trebs, especially one underneath a castle's protection. That is true. That is true, that's a good point. To bring this back up, let's go to the statistics. It was 12-6 was the eco kill to death in favor of wisenatic, and then 16-19 was the overall kill to death. Alright, that in mind, wisenatic had a slightly higher military score. It wasn't too far ahead. And I think part of that was the piano cannons. Eco, pretty substantial lead over. Technology, over double. And Society, they both had 1 castle, so that was the same. And yeah, wisenatic with a considerable score lead there right at the end. Kill to death we talked about. Race to destruction was 3-2. Army high 13-6. Eco. Yeah, shiXo kind of flatlined. Well, he didn't flatline, but he did not accelerate. He didn't really boom up to the degree that wisenatic did. Substantially more wood. Of course, shiXo was struggling to get wood early on throughout. Almost double the food as well because he was taken off of water. Couldn't fish. He actually did collect more gold, slightly. And then wisenatic taking just slightly more stone. A little bit of market abuse from both players. Technology, there are your up times. And, yeah, 73% of the map explored for wisenatic compared to 40% for shiXo. And your technologies researched, almost 9% compared to just over 5. So, yeah. Villager high, 54-42. Fishing ships, 12-4, and the 4 got taken off. So, wisenatic really taking complete command of the water. 1 castle per player, and back to the map. And you can see overall. And yeah. So there we go, folks. That is going to do it for tonight. Thanks to all 4 of these players, OLADUSHEK, e1sTea, wisenatic, and shiXo for playing in Season 4 of the League. Really hope to have them back for Seasons 5 and 6 that are coming up soon. Really great games, really great maps by Jasuni and Zetnus that we saw tonight. Big thanks to Tech Chariot for putting Alchemy League on. It's a really unique event. It's a lot of fun. It's a little bit of a niche event, which kind of makes it special. And I'm going to close out with that song again. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Hope to catch you next time. And as always, until then, take care. Stay safe. We'll see ya.